No.
And God comes in all kinds of shapes and sizes. And we wanted to ask the question on my new show, The Line, which is on a different channel than this one, this last Sunday, whether or not it might be time to let go of God. And it ended up in a call where there was a bit of an altercation, a scuffle, a debate between myself, Matt Dillahunty, and an Argentinian minister. And I wanted to bring that call to you. I'm Mr. Atheist. Let's do this. We're going to jump into this call in a moment, and I will tell you, you're going to want to watch to the end because the beginning starts out pretty mild and then it gets pretty heated. And you will see that I don't enjoy being intellectually condescended to. You'll also see that I got to fulfill one of my bucket list dreams of before I die, I want to be on a call-in show with Matt Dillahunty and me be the one to hang up on the collar. But right before we jump into it, I do want to make sure that you are aware that I have another channel called The Line, and this is the show called The Line, and the clip you're about to see is from the show The Line. Every Sunday, we'll be doing an atheist kind of call-in show with different featured guests. This week was Matt Dillahunty. Next Sunday will be my good friend Telltale, Owen Morgan from Telltale. He and I are going to take calls and get assessments from people of whether or not they or a family member or just someone they know is in a cult. They'll be able to describe to us this organization that this person they know is a part of, and we'll give a ruling on how culty it sounds and what kinds of things you might want to do to help your person, friend, family member, whatever, in that situation. Basically, we'll give the advice as best we can. That's this coming Sunday. Please do go over there and subscribe. And for those of you who don't want to watch an entire 90-minute to 2-hour episode, we are going to be, like with this, putting out clips on that as well. So you'll be able to watch the shorter clips from those shows of the topics you specifically want to watch. Anyway, you've waited long enough, so on to the main event. Here is Matt and I debating an Argentinian pastor on why we in fact should not let go of God and in fact embrace God. I'm glad it's you with me on this first one, because apparently next in the queue is an Argentinian minister who would like to argue not to let go of God. If you're ready, okay. I'm ready. Awesome.
Let's go. I'd love to hear I've yet in all these years to hear a good reason to not let go of God, apart from I personally get comfort for it, and I am afraid that I'm not going to get that comfort somewhere else, which is, about as good as I could come up with.
Okay. Let's bring him on the line. Aaron, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
And is it Aaron? Because it's been put in my thing as AA Ron, which might have been a joke from the screener, but I don't know.
No, that was definitely my joke. Right when I got the call, she said, okay, what's your name? And I said, it's AA Ron. And then I've only been asked this by less than a handful of people. She said, okay, how do you spell that? And my girlfriend froze, and she goes, really? And I said, I spelled it out for her, and evidently she's unaware of the substitute teacher skit. I've been appealing to that ever since that day. It absolutely kills me every time.
Key and Peele it's a really funny show. They're on my recurring what I watch before I go to bed list. Anyway, you called in to argue. I'm glad we could start with this unifying message. Now let's diverge, I suppose. You've called in to argue that we should not let go of God.
Correct.
The floor is yours.
It's very simple. I heard the aforementioned, not really the aforementioned, I heard the previous conversation, and I actually agree with the things that were said, all of a sudden there's a lot of fear-mongering among other things in the church. That's one of the reasons I actually don't even attend to begin with. I'm actually tired of, not just the fear-mongering, but a bunch of other stuff too. I don't believe that, we need religion to, establish maybe morals or whatever, anything like that. What I do, however, believe is that God has already placed all these things on our hearts, so we don't actually need, for instance, our parents to sit there and tell us, hey, by the way, lying and murder are bad. We shouldn't do those things. Not necessarily because we all know that. There's an intrinsic knowledge there. However, absent actually God being here, there's really no reason to care who thinks what. Because if he's the one that places it on our hearts, then absent him, who's to say that me, for instance, going and stealing something is bad? One of my roommates says that, it's a societal thing, and we, form these beliefs and such because of society. But the reality of that is that, okay, well, what when other societies disagree? For instance, the Mayans and Aztecs. They sure didn't care. They not only kidnapped other tribal members and killed them off, they actually did it to their own people. So to them, cannibalism, well, maybe not cannibalism, but certainly murder, was approved unto God. So, I mean, you can appeal to, like, governments at large, or you can appeal to societies or something like that. In the end, it's one entity, whatever that entity may be, against another. So who is ultimate right? And so Aaron, from just a plethora.
Yeah. Matt, you can. I had a couple of questions I wanted to clarify on. Do you mind if I ask them before I go, Matt?
Go ahead.
Sure. So, in regards to the, if our innate knowledge of lying is bad or murdering is bad, if we have that innate knowledge and that is what you're saying is evidence for God writing it on our hearts, wouldn't the human societies and cultures that did murder and lie and steal a lot, wouldn't that be evidence against that it's been written on our heart?
I didn't say this was evidence. I did say these are reasons that belief in God is an absolutely crucial, critical component to basically even our society. If we want to engage in evidence, we could engage in a plethora of things, even including, for instance, like the law of gravity or something, different things like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't argue what I meant. The aforementioned details are evidence at all.
Okay, so what you started off with saying is you believe that God has put this stuff on our heart, so we don't necessarily need a religious belief to understand that. Cool. That's that's like your opinion, dude. You are convinced that God wrote this on our heart, but I would just say that whether God wrote it on our heart or it's an exercise in empathy, which is a natural process that occurs from a brain that has to cooperate and live in a society, it doesn't make any difference. But every objection that you just made about if there's not God, this will happen, or if there's not God, that, every objection that you made against essentially a potential secular moral system is a real problem that is not in any way solved by your solution. Because in much the same way that two different civilizations could disagree or two different governments could disagree, I can disagree with what you think your God says. So your God is no solution. All it becomes is you claiming that you have the one and only true absolute solution where you have no way to demonstrate that at all. And by and large, the people who have advocated for divine command theory or God is the source of morality don't agree on what morality is, as Jimmy was pointing out. And the problem still isn't solved. So religions have attempted to solve this problem of dissent and disagreement by conversion and coercion and conquest. Whereas what secular humanism is advocating in the process of this disagreement is discussion and debate and data to convince people that we share this goal of whether we want to call it well-being or living a better life. And yes, it's not completely well-defined, but if we can agree on that, then we can begin to look for a process that allows us to determine whether or not a particular action, and we're evaluating the consequences of it, are working to improve our well-being, decrease our well-being, or keep it the same. So when you say, hey, my neighbor might say this is moral and my other friend might say this moral, appealing to a God does not solve that. The only way it solves that is if everybody agrees that this is what God wants and we care what God wants.
On social media because my shit hot.
I don't recall saying it would solve something. I did, however, say like
your whole point is that we need God.
Yeah, the whole point is that we need God, and that is a reason for that. If you want to talk about, hold on. I mean, okay, fine. That's not for you, and that's fine. I've spoken with a plethora of people that think that, and that's great.
And they're wrong.
The thing is that we don't just. Great, and I can say you're wrong, just like you just established that we can have a disagreement on that. And
exactly.
I've actually got no problem.
Exactly. So how is it, Aaron, give me just a second. Aaron, please give me a second. You and I both agree that we could do this all day long. Say you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, and there's no way to solve it. So how would we solve figuring out how would we solve figuring out which one of us is actually right? And the method that you come up with.
Yo, these last two paintings are the fucking shit, son. Damn, I'm so proud of these paintings. You feel me? Hey, once in your life, you gotta do something that you proud of. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cross the street at the proper intersection. You gotta have a kid. Make a painting. Something you can be proud of, for once in your life. Cause these two pieces right here, these two masterpieces, damn, I'm proud as fuck of them shits, yo. I amaze myself sometimes. You know what I wonder? I wonder if want to see something real quick. Let's try this out. Well, maybe. I'm thinking if I get lights behind the camera, I can cut out a lot of that overhead glare. And I do have, I do have another light. Because this isn't really bright like that. Let me go see something real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Had this fucking light in the goddamn basement. Whew. I'm on the damn third floor, so. Yo. I hate that walking from the basement makes me so tired. Alright. So let's see. Extension cord and light. What we're trying to do is get rid of the overhead glare if we can. So what if I just set this light up in the corner. If it's in the corner, but there's nothing covering the bulb, so if this shit falls, the bulb smashes. So you have to put it somewhere where it's not gonna fall. You know? Has to be somewhere it won't fall. Let's see. Ow, 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 shit. I really need to just like organize in here a little bit because it has been a while. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh, damn. Alright, that's not how I thought it was gonna be. Alright, so if I get the extension cord, and if I unplug this light, ooh, it's dark. Spooky, spooky. Alright, so I can plug that in, and I can plug this in. It seems like enough light. I mean, it seems like you guys can see me clearly. But now there's a lot of glare on my well, still get that same shit. Yeah, no matter. I still think it's better with the overhead light, but that glare, you can see this ray of light right here is annoying as fuck. What are you gonna do about it? Gotta turn the other lights on. It's not really bright enough. Oh well. We tried. I thought that shit was gonna work.
I think you're going to find is the method that the secular humanists are advocating and not the ones that the religious people are advocating.
Wrong, because even my family is highly religious, and as we've spoken about different things, even my conversations with other secular people, we laugh rather comically at the conclusions and the reasonings and so on because of what I'm about to mention. So in all of my personal investigations of this matter, I actually basically decided to challenge my own faith, because my thought was, if my faith can't stand the scrutiny of any given person on the planet, then what does my faith matter? That basically would be a really good reason to disregard it, because it basically just proves it if we really get down to it. Having done that, it's not just a matter of subjective opinion. I mean, y'all would be right. If this was just down to what I just said, then yeah, you're right. You would just say, well, I don't agree with that because of, whatever reasons. And that would be the end of discussion. Basically, it would be a divergence in personal opinion, and that's the dichotomy that I mentioned a minute ago. One entity against another. Okay, so who's right in an ultimate sense? Well,
right.
It's very basic.
Let's get to the mechanism.
Look at the evidence.
Yeah, actually, I want to take that. So, as far as look at the evidence, you said you have your faith that you realize has to be able to survive scrutiny, and it sounds like you were at least implying. So then you went out to look at the evidence to validate your faith. Is that accurate? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It was initially, I suspect it was initially to validate my faith, and as I went further and further into it, I would encounter questions, and I don't even remember what they were, it's been so long, but I would encounter questions that other atheists and other just secular people would ask. And it actually freaked me out, because I thought, holy crap, that's not only a really good question. If that good question is not met with a very good, substantial quality answer, then that literally would eliminate Christianity as a potential for a solution or reason.
So your argument, though, is that you have validated your faith, and you're about to share with us some of the mechanisms, but I want to be clear, you have validated your faith, is the argument you're making, correct?
Yes.
Then would you admit you don't
sure.
have faith? Because what is faith when it's validated? It's not faith anymore. Are you using a different definition of faith? If it's validated, I would never call my acceptance of evolution that I have faith in it, but my acceptance of evolution is entirely validated by science and by all the mechanisms that I think both of us would agree, I hope both of us would agree, that you go about validating a belief. So if your faith is validated, are you still advocating on behalf of faith, or are you saying you no longer need faith because you've gotten past it, you validated all of your faith beliefs?
I need faith because my faith in the hope that the resurrection of Christ gives us is the only thing that will actually save us. If I at that point lack faith just because of the evidence, then what is it that I'm hoping for? It wouldn't make sense to continue having faith that Jesus is one day going to return and rebalance everything that it was unbalanced following the entrance and acceptance of sin. So I still have faith. I have faith in Christ. I have faith in that salvation. But I look at the evidence for that faith that establishes that it's true and it's fact and so on, and said, okay, that this means that the faith is substantial. It stands the test of time and scrutiny and all these things.
But it does lack the state of still being active faith, correct? Or are you saying that your faith that Jesus was resurrected is currently invalidated? Or at least you failed to validate it? Not necessarily invalidated, but you haven't validated that.
No, I have definitely validated it.
Then you don't have faith, correct? Am I wrong here? You get what I'm saying, right?
I greatly.
There's more than.
I guess not, because I do not agree.
What is your definition of faith? Because I will use when talking to a Christian person, I assume that they are talking about Hebrews 11, right?
Correct.
So once you no longer have to hope for those things unseen and you've actually validated them as true, why is it still faith on the other side of it?
How is it that I'm no longer hoping for things I haven't seen?
Right. I mean, the broader context of the Hebrew certainly isn't literally seen as in you have put your eyes on it. We don't see germs, but we don't say that the belief is really faith. Unless you do. And maybe that's your broad use of faith. You'd have to tell me if so.
No, as I said, my faith is in the return of Christ and his equilibrating the world from the unbalance it was put under after the entrance and acceptance of sin. I still have faith in his words and for the hope that he brings the world through the gospel. And when his second return comes, that I will be reunited with him in heaven and everything that's bad is gone. I still have faith in that.
Okay.
But I now have seen evidence that his work on earth and his work in history and literature and other fields has now proven his 66-book love letter to us.
Okay. I think maybe you don't... Matt, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't seem to get him to see what I'm talking about. Do you want to take it from there? Because am I incorrect that if it's validated, you don't need faith?
Well, there's more than one usage for faith. I'm with you in that, to me, faith is the word people use to justify having a belief that they don't have good reason for. He's using two different things. He's basically saying he's validated the resurrection and has a confident, justified belief that God exists, but he has faith and confidence in what God will do in the future. So, and all of this is completely irrelevant to both the question I asked, which is how do we tell which one of us is right, and the issue about morals. Because I could say, hang on. I sat here and waited, and I'm getting ready to blow you out of the water. Because I could agree that you are right and that there is a God, and I could even agree that what you think God thinks is moral is absolutely correct, and I can say, and I don't give a crap, because the solution, it doesn't mean that God is right about morality. So I'm in a position where not only do I not think that there is a God or that God has told anyone anything about morality, I also don't think that even if that had happened, that God isn't necessarily correct about morality. And this is why I say that that we need to appeal to a God as a necessary solution to the problems related to morality is fundamentally, obviously, demonstrably false, because it is no different from appealing And no difference between appealing to a god than it is to appealing to a government, than it is to appealing to a parent, than it is to appealing any other standard unless people agree on the standard.
Dear Best Buy, can gifting a new phone be easy?
We can find everyone in your family the latest phone, and we'll help you activate them from anywhere on the reliable Verizon network.
Bruh, it's so hard for me not to be on the game right now. I ain't even lying.
Yeah, so do we get into the evidence now?
I ain't even
Evidence
lying,
for
bro.
what?
It's not even funny, bro. I want to be playing the game right now. But I ain't even gonna paint. I just feel like I need to be in the studio for a minute. You know? I just need to be up in here for a minute. Like in my element. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean off my palette, which I haven't cleaned off in forever, and kind of straighten up in here a little bit. I may place my next painting on the easel, and I definitely want to go through my camera because now since I've completed this piece right here, I only have 2 paintings to work on now. I don't like that. You know, I normally have like 3 or 4 paintings to work on. So when I get down to 2 paintings, it's like, nigga, you're not busy enough. And so I definitely need to look through my camera and make some assessments on what I want to paint next. I really have been thinking about doing another still life series. I keep saying that shit over and over and over. So I just really need to get back behind the camera. I keep passing out my business cards, looking for models. No one really contacts me back recently. And I hate to fucking hound people like over and over, like, are you gonna model? Are you gonna model? And they don't ever come through. So a cyberpunk version of myself. Bro, this nigga about to have me doing some cosplay up in here, bro. Don't get me started, my dude. Damn. You know what I'm saying? I already got some gizmos and gadgets, man. I spray paint this shit black. Had this shit all black. Put like some gold leaf skulls on this bitch, man. I got a couple leather jackets. Get some neon lights attached to them motherfuckers. I already got the dreads. You know what I'm saying? Get me some a cut-off sleeve t-shirt and some leather pants. Some combat boots up in this bitch, son. Come out with that cosplay shit. See, we gotta talk about something else other than cyberpunk right now. Because I'm so fucking cyberpunk. I mean hungry. So I was watching the weather today. They say we might get a little bit of cyberpunk outside. I mean, rain outside today. Damn. Cyberprince. Damn. She put too much sugar in my cyberpunk. I mean, my coffee. Oh, man. Just all over the brain. You know what I'm saying? Can't think about nothing else. That shit is crazy. And that's what Cause your Yankee ass down there. That's why, hey man. Take your ass back to NY. Motherfucker with them bad down that shit. Yo, what up, bro? Yo, man, this nigga right here. yo, D1. What time we was up this morning, bro? Yeah, what time we was up this morning? This nigga saying, hell nah. Come on, man. The weather been weird in North Carolina. 95 right there, bro. 95 right there. You rather stay with that janky ass weather, right? Okay. I know. I'd rather be in North Carolina too. See, it's that time of the year where it's cold as shit in the morning and hot as hell in the afternoon. It'd be like 20 degrees in the morning and then 75 degrees by 3 o'clock. What the fuck is that? To visit will not move back. Man, yeah, well, we was up like 3 o'clock this morning on some Cyberpunk. I got sleepy, right? I was like, man, well, no, honestly, what happened was I got the blue screen, yo. Yo, that's the only thing about Cyberpunk, man. That shit be freezing up, and that shit'll boot you out and give you the blue screen, man. That shit pissing me off, yo. So we in there Cyberpunking that shit up, you know, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Got the blue screen. I reboot that shit, load it back up, and just sat there in the menu for a little minute. I wound up getting on my phone. I was like, man, let me go back to sleep for a little while. So I laid back down. Cyberpunk just running through my damn brain, but I couldn't even go back to sleep. I said, man, let me get my ass the fuck up. And so now here we are. So I told myself, you need to go sit in the studio. If you don't do nothing but just sit in the studio. You know, and take a, breathe from the game a little bit. Woosah, woosah. You too old to be acting like this. Over some toys. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, I'm out of work. I told y'all. I'm out of work. I ain't got shit to do, bro. Hey, I don't got shit to do. Cyberpunk, 3 o'clock in the morning. Fuck it. Ain't shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm still an injured man. I ain't trying to make y'all jealous. I'm trying to make y'all jealous a little bit, but not a whole lot. Just a smidget. Just a little smidget. But don't play. Stop playing, bruh. Game away, my G. Hey. Chicken and waffles. Hey, man. I'm injured. I'm out of work. Yo, when D1 was out of work, man, this motherfucker shit almost every day. That motherfucker was laid up, man. You know what I'm saying? We just do what the doctor tell us to do. Doctor tell us to stay off our feet and rest. And he been real fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He been way fucked up more than me. Motherfucker had to stay off his feet and rest. You know, eat good, stay hydrated. That motherfucker was in front of the game about 17 hours a day. Ain't shit else to do. I'm in the house, my nigga. I'm hurt. Can't do nothing. Game away. Shit. Where is hours? Hours. You forgot the H. Hours? Shit, it's about 8:30 hours. I forget. Hours. Shit. A la hora, nigga. Yeah. Your daughter asked if she could have chili for breakfast. What the fuck she just did? She just woke up doing some push-ups? Yo, Dad, I get some chili. Yo, I can see my little daughter right now wake up doing some push-ups, man. Princess, you hungry? Yeah. You want some cereal? Nah. Want some chili? Yo, I remember one time, yo, my niece stayed with me, yo. My niece stayed with me for the weekend. It was like in the middle of the day, and I'm kind of gaming a little bit and still chilling with her, and I wanted a snack, yo. I asked my niece, I was like, yo, you want something to snack on? And she was probably like 9 or 10. She's like, yeah. I said, what you want to snack on? Some rice. I said, some rice. You want a bowl of rice for a snack? She was like, yeah, you got some rice? I was like, I fix you some rice. That's what you want to snack on. But I'm looking at her like, what the fuck you just do? Some push-ups, nigga? What the fuck wrong with you? I said a snack. She asked for some rice. Like she just did a whole fucking set of push-ups. This little girl say, I want some chili. Yo, D1 said his daughter asked for chili for breakfast.
For breakfast?
Yo, that's what I said.
Well, okay.
I like when she was over there doing some push-ups, nigga.
She likes chili.
Yo, hey D1, tell him again. Hey.
Watch out, baby.
Stay out my damn plate, man.
Move. Or I'm gonna make you get out.
Yo, Gray, what up, man? Good morning. Yo, I ain't painting, man. I'm just chilling this morning. I'm about to go play the game in a little while. So.
Even though you were just playing it like 3 hours ago? 4 hours?
You was asleep.
I was half asleep.
I had the headphones on.
I was watching the TV with my eyes closed.
I'm about to go through this shit today.
You know what? Give me my plate back.
I ain't giving you shit back.
Give me my plate back.
Hey, I'm in the studio this morning.
Come on, get out if you don't want to be in.
Cause you gonna whine, and now the dog is weird. She gonna sit in here and whine, or she gonna sit out there and whine.
Baby, I don't want you. Figure out where you want to go.
And not on my damn bed.
In or out. All the doors are shut.
Alright, well you stay your ass in here and sit down and calm the fuck out, yo.
I put that chicken back in the oven.
So, the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it was getting like not crispy from being in the fridge.
Oh.
Just that.
So you could have put it in the toaster oven.
I be forgetting every
yeah, that toaster oven coming in handy, yo.
Honestly, it wasn't.
Which game? Man, Cyberpunk, bro. Cyberpunk the fuck up. Was up in this bitch about 3 o'clock this morning. Yo, that's all I do right now, right, man. You know what I'm saying? I eat, I sleep, I play Cyberpunk.
Take a smoke break.
Take a couple smoke breaks. Rinse and repeat, my nigga. It'll probably be like that for another day or two, because I'm getting to the point now where I advance a lot in the main quest, and I don't want to finish the main quest right now, yo. So I done backed off from that, and I realized, like, throughout the gameplay, I mean, I seen when, like, all the little side jobs and gigs pop up, but then going through my log and shit, yo, I got, like, 30 fucking side missions and mad ass other shit to do, yo, that I just skipped, like, just sticking with the main quest. So, like, now I'm just going through a bunch of, like, side missions and shit, just getting points and leveling up my character. So when I do get back to the main quest, I already have, like, some more status points and all that shit to make my character stronger and shit. Cause now I got this fucking handgun, bro, a revolver, but this shit one shot for a headshot and 2 shots for a body shot, yo. Like I'm getting more powerful weapons, and attachments for them shits, good ass armor and shit. And like one thing too, like, yeah, yo, good morning everybody.
Thank you.
But down. The one thing I see how I fucked up too, not doing the side quests and the mini missions is like early on, Jackie dies in the game when they were trying to get that shard or that chip or whatever. and Jackie gets shot the fuck up. He passes away, and then right after that, a side mission is to go talk to his mom and go to his fucking funeral or whatever, or his wake. And like, I just feel like it would have been like way cooler to go through the mission, have Jackie pass, and then jump into the side mission where you go talk to his mom. And so it was like, it would have been all linear, where I just did that shit like last night, like hours and hours and hours after that shit. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't even know like you were supposed to go talk to his mom, and then she gives you the key to his fucking motorcycle. I'm like, damn, I could have been had this fucking motorcycle and all that shit, yo. Spoiler. My bag. I'm sorry. So sorry. So sorry, guys. My bag, bro. So sorry. Apologies. Apologies. You thought I was playing as a woman? No. No. I looked at the tits on the women, though. And it's weird, yo, because you do actually have to, like, choose your dick size and all that shit, so your character just naked. And if you choose a guy, you just sitting there looking at a schlong, it's like, oh, Harry, put some pants on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I choose the largest penis size, and it still ain't large enough. It don't, you know what I'm saying?
Shut the hell up.
I'm just been. You can tell white people made that game. Anyway.
Every time I told you big size.
But our fucking game is so addictive, yo. So addictive. Who how many in here got it, yo? I know Grave, Tyson, D1 say he gonna get it. That motherfucker, I had to pull the mic out. This motherfucker is talking too much about the goddamn game, bro. Pull the mic out, nigga. Stop, cut the feed.
Report this page.
Yo, ban this nigga. What?
In the game or in the bedroom?
Yeah, in the game. And that's the thing, yo, like, I did put black polish on my nails, because I don't know. There's like, yo, you're going to see your hands more than anything else in the fucking game. Because you barely get to see yourself in the mirror. And if you do third person on the motorcycle, you can see yourself, but the camera's like so far away, you can't really zoom in and see like all the details while you're on the motor. Not unless you go into photo mode, but I don't know. Yeah, my character, I thought I selected black polish, but it don't even look black, yo. Man, I don't know. But I mean, when I run through it again, I don't know if I would play with a girl character or not. Cause Pan Am. Never mind. I'm about to say some other shit about to spoil some bullshit just now, yo. But so characters can try to have love interests. So it all depends on if you're a girl or a boy, like who may not like you. So I think I want to play with a girl character just to see like if you can have a certain love interest in a game with a female that wouldn't happen with a guy character. But my character got hearts on his nails. Like, what the fuck? Hey, bro, that was your man. Who made the character for you? You did. Why you put hearts on that man's nails? I almost put hearts in my eyes. Like, you can have like the eye was black with a red heart in that shit. I almost did that shit. It's Cyberpunk. It's a video game, man. Go wild, be crazy, like. But some of the features is just like, a little more in depth. It's not that bad, but like you say, like you just only get to see your fucking hands for so much of the game. Like, what else can you do to make that shit interesting? I guess you put hearts on your fingernails. I went with a oh damn, that was default. And that's what I did too, like the default black guy, and then at the bottom it was like randomized. And I almost went with a random character. Cause you know, once you get into the character customization, like for me, I was in that shit for 35 minutes. What hair color? Or this, what hairstyle? Or what eye color? And it's like, and it still isn't like that in depth where you can really shape that. I think one of the best ones was Skyrim, yo. Like making a character in Skyrim, you can really shape the face in that bitch. But
Your food gonna go.
Hey.
I done almost ate my whole plate. And you eat about 2-3 times faster than
I was gonna say, don't be mad 'cause you scarfing your food down this morning. Yesterday, I'm eating like a Viking. Now, I'm eating too slow.
Your food's gonna get cold, and I'm not going to warm it up.
Oh, you just worrying about yourself.
I'm worried about you making you some coffee and breakfast.
You trying to save your stuff a trip.
Y'all see this? Mm-hmm.
Took the preset and didn't even notice. Like I say, because when you go into character build, you're going to be in that shit for a minute. And that's what I thought about. Like, preset, or am I... Because once you go into build, you think you're just going to... I'm going to just do this and run through it. Then, like I said, you're in there for fucking 40 minutes before the game even start. So I did build my character, like, build all the specs and tattoos and scars and cyber shit on his face and hair and color. But once again, you just don't get to see it enough. I just wish there was a way to do third person.
That's the only word he understood was why.
Man. On some southern shit. That shit right here make you say whoa.
Hey, yeah.
Whoa day. It's got them peppers in it, man. You see that green? Oh man.
Peppers are good as hell too.
Them peppers, boy. I just wanted to hurry up and get to the game. Man. So what life path you started with? I started with Street Kid, yo. Conversation options for Street Kid. But
Look at you begging. I don't got nothing else for you.
I like the Street Kid life path.
You better extract.
Man, look at shit.
I knew he was gonna say that.
You looking too hard.
She is. She like, can't be mad at this, you know what I'm saying?
Bon appetit. The corpo. Motherfuckers, they eat suit and tie. Well, I might lose this stream. I already got a notice saying my bandwidth is too short. So I'm gonna eat. Now I'm gonna clean off that palette. I gotta figure out which paint I'm gonna do next. I need to do the one on my homegirl Jessie, because that one's been sitting around for the longest. Man. I'll tell you, I really need to print out. I need to print out some more pictures. I don't hardly got nothing to work on right now. I only got 2 paintings in here to work on. Man, oh man. Alright. Y'all have fried chicken for breakfast? Huh?
Chicken and what?
I don't know what you're missing. Somebody told me, oh, fish ain't for breakfast. Oh, this ain't for...
I am from up north.
How you know? You feeling guilty? I wasn't even talking. Did I call somebody's name?
You said somebody and I said
Motherfucker
that.
feel guilty as shit, yo.
Yo,
Some people say certain things aren't for breakfast. I eat anything for breakfast, man. I eat fish,
Yeah, same.
steak, chicken. I ain't about to just have some pancakes and strawberries for breakfast. Fuck all that shit, man. I need some real meats.
Old ass man eat breakfast every day.
You know what I'm saying? Some nice fried chicken for breakfast. Mm. This shit make you strong, nigga. What you have for breakfast? I had a bagel and a frappe. What'd you have for breakfast? Nigga, I had some chicken and waffles. You want arm wrestle?
Why I gotta be a frappe?
You want arm wrestle? I bet I'll win. That bagel. Fuck that damn bagel, bro. What'd you have on it? Some cream cheese.
And everything, baby.
And what else? Oh, that's it, just cream cheese.
Some poppy seeds.
My frappe.
Stop talking about frappes.
Okay.
I feel triggered.
You sound like you weak right now. Okay. Motherfucker
That'd
fart.
be me in the morning with a piece of toast and some coffee.
As soon as you fart, you be hungry again. Fuck that. I need to be full for a while. I gotta have enough food in my stomach that can carry me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I burn a lot of energy. I tell y'all, man, my metabolism high. I gotta eat a lot.
Agreed.
I burn so many calories just sitting here breathing. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm shit like a factory. I just can't have iced coffees and frappes and croissants. I need some meat, man. All the way from fucking France.
I love it. I love it.
What?
Then it says France, Bon Appetit, and then it says Trap on 17.
Mm-hmm. Oui, mon ami. I got food on my.
I know. You like the coffee today? I said, did you like the coffee today? I used that French vanilla stuff.
This nigga, he about to have him some breakfast.
What is that?
Chicken?
Huh?
Chicken? It's fried chicken.
I couldn't tell what it was.
It look like fried chicken to me. Man, so you about to eat this. I think I might have some chicken too there. Man, shit. Eat up. Eat healthy, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Eat healthy.
Kill baby chickens. I said kill baby chickens.
You know what I'm saying? I eat the eggs and the bird.
Yo.
Oh, you don't stop staring at me?
She is waiting.
No.
She know good food too. She don't eat nothing but meat. Babe.
We'll be alright.
Don't give her bones no more, please.
She'll be alright.
She don't even weigh 30 pounds. She weighs 27 pounds.
You need something harder to chew on to keep her teeth clean too.
She don't even like chewing on hard stuff. You see all them toys she got? She only plays with the soft toys. She won't. You know how funny acting that dog is. That's the most funny acting dog in the world.
If you chew that fucking bone, we can get her some teeth clean. She clenching that shit.
Yeah.
If she get her
The only thing I tried the little dentist sticks for her.
She don't like them?
No, it makes her stomach upset. She will have diarrhea for days. Like, she had diarrhea for like a whole week. I was like, I'm never putting her through that again.
Yeah. Man, so I'm sitting tearing this shit up. Hope I know what's good, bro. You know what's good? Gotta eat right in the morning to get your day started. Gotta have breakfast. I heard that shit.
That's why I wanted you to roll it, babe.
Mm-mm.
Don't do that.
That shit sound dry as hell. Babe, look at it. It's gonna fall out.
I hope you choke. I really hope you choke.
Yeah.
Don't even start. Don't. Do you want breakfast or don't start? Just leave me alone. Don't start. Don't start. Let it be a good day. God damn it. They were good for like a whole 2 months. And then now they back. Just eat the food, anime. I hope it tastes wonderful.
Oh, this shit is delicious. So satisfying.
Oh, do you need this? You have to throw it away.
Are you good? Yeah, I need that. What?
I said okay.
It's local activists. You never know when I need to call some people for some shit.
Yeah, I was just Z-V-B.
Hey, when you call one, you get 100 of them motherfuckers.
Hey. No, I'm just laughing because it said QCAZV.
And it's just so goddamn long. Almost took this plate, yo. You know what I'm saying? A few more bites. Couple bites here, couple bites there. Mm. Mm-mm.
You're not getting nothing else. That's enough.
So you had a bone.
Yeah. And I gave her chicken and a little bit of egg. She got it.
Mm-mm. Alright. Now that that's done, I feel like goddamn $1 million right now. Feel like goddamn $1 million. Alright. Oh yeah.
Here you go.
I'm still chewing, girl.
Babe, please, before it be all still. Still
Hey, keep licking that shit.
Stop doing me so dirty. Y'all see this? Y'all see how he do me after I feed him?
She wouldn't even let my damn food digest first, man. I still got food in my throat. That shit ain't even all the way in my stomach yet. When she start asking me to do some shit, I'm over here still trying to swallow.
Mm-hmm. You're not calling you, baby.
I wasn't calling for you. I'm sleepy as hell now. Damn. Oh. Start doing leg exercises. I was in the changing room for a minute. Doing like some simple calf raises for like 30 minutes. Trying to get my calf muscle to come back. And I gotta start doing like this massage therapy because I don't have any pain really, like when I move and try to flex my foot. But if I touch the scar, like that shit hurts like a bitch, yo. It is so tender, like the actual scar point. And so now I gotta, my doctor told me just rub the fucking scar, just massage this bitch until it becomes desensitized. And so Now that's the part I'm at now where I can actually put a little bit of weight on my knee and like raise my leg up like I say a simple calf raise or calf extension and do that for a little while and then fucking rub that goddamn scar to try to get that sensitivity out that bitch.
Okay.
So I'll be doing this for the next. Oh yeah, I've had the cast off for a while. My doctor told me to stay in the boot. My physical therapist says he's like, bro, if you're around the house, you know, and you're not running and jumping up and down the stairs, you're just moving at a normal pace and, you know, being careful around the house, it's okay for me to be out of the walking boot. But he said if you're going to go out in public, go shopping somewhere, go get gas, and you're going to be walking at a steady pace over uneven this and that, he was like, just keep wearing your boot. Like if you leave the house, to wear that fucking boot when you go out, and it'll just make it easier. But yeah, I've been out of the cast for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and I've been in a walking boot ever since then. But it's getting better now. So, like I said, I can flex. I got almost full range of my motion back. I can come up. I can go down. And now I just have to get the muscle strong enough where it can be weight bearing again. Like I can do all this movement, but I can't stand on my tippy toes on this foot, yo. I'm literally not strong enough. Like the muscle is so weak, I can't push myself up to stand on my tippy toe. So it feels so fucking weird too, yo.
It's kind of popping right now. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah? You gonna go grab it or no?
Yeah, not this $27 one. They had 70 items.
70. Jesus Christ.
But there's one for 20 for 20.
So I really need to get my bands and do some stretching later on with them bands. And I have a dumbbell. I just set a 10-pound dumbbell on my knee. Thank you. Okay. Some people got some foot fetishes.
Should I be mad or?
I don't know.
I want to be like, those are my feet, but then again, you can have them if you want them. So
it's not even a foot. It's my shoe. Nigga, I got on some DCs. You know what I'm saying?
They like them DCs.
Somebody else complimented me on my DCs the other day. I wasn't even like trying to show my sneakers, but somebody was like, "Oh, I see you rocking them DCs, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got like fucking all my DCs are old as shit. I haven't brought a pair of DCs in like 7 years, but I still have like at least 5 or 6 pair. These are the most shoes these are the shoes that I've purchased the most over the years. I probably had like at least 11 or 12 different pairs of DCs. Like how normal black guys buy Jordans. That's how I used to buy DCs, yo. Like, and because they're cheap, they're super cheap and super comfortable, and they had like tons and tons of fucking styles to this shit, yo. There's tons of styles and tons of fabrics. You can like, I don't know, man. I just love DC sneakers. I said I haven't bought any in a while. And then we was at the mall and went into Journeys, and Journeys was my main go-to place for DCs. And we went in the local Journeys, and I'm looking on the shelves, and I'm like,
they didn't have the Doc Martens either.
And the girl comes up, "Hey, man, welcome to Journeys, may I help you?" And I'm like, "Where's your DCs?" And her face dropped too. She was like, "Dude, we do not carry DCs no more." I'm like, "What?" She's looking at me. She's like, "That's fucking crazy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that is crazy." I'm like, "Journeys was the place for DC." She's like, "I know, but for some reason we don't carry DC sneakers anymore." I'm like, "Damn, that was weird." Yo, Army, what's up, bro? I'm getting better. I'm getting better by the day. Yeah, Patty. Cause I wasn't gonna give you a warning. I don't know if like this is your first time in the stream or not, but
And
there's
then he said my N word. I thought this was somebody you knew.
no, but there's a lot of hatchets, axes, and guillotines in the stream right now. I got a bunch of wrenches in here, so it's not just me. It may not offend me or whatever. But hey, if people think you are too weird, bro, you might get that glass of juice you looking for. You know what I'm saying? Cause motherfuckers keep that shit on ice. I swear they do, bro. I swear these motherfuckers keep that juice on ice. And they'll splash it on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll just lay your head down real slowly. Real slow, nice and gently in that guillotine. And before you know it, watch out. You know what I'm saying? I try to give you a fair warning. That's all I'm saying. Don't say weird shit. Don't say mean, hateful, racist shit. Don't say too much. I mean, negativity is
Put that on my
okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh, anything else you want, her? I'm gonna get that bleach spray in my deodorant.
Boozy. What up? Well, yeah. We like some weird, funny shit in here, you know? Because we're an eclectic group of people. I personally call myself weird, you know what I'm saying? But don't be too weird. We don't like that shit. It's a cool weird, you know, where you just like not in the mainstream. You do your own thing. You follow your own drum. That kind of cool weird, you know? The nerdy type weird. Not the creepy ass weird. We don't like that kind of shit. Motherfuckers get their heads chopped for that shit. I can see D1 over there right now, grinding the fucking axe. Yeah, getting that blade sharp as shit. Oh nah. Me and Blunt fucking with somebody who said some shit. Some weird shit. It wasn't too weird, but it's weird enough for us to fuck with him real quick. I was just saying. I'm not painting today. I'm just chilling for a minute, just to be in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I pulled myself away from the game for a little minute. Actually, I want to get something else on canvas before I start painting some new shit, because I only got 2 paintings left. We gotta get some other shit on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Keep these projects rolling out. I don't like having just 2 paintings to work on. But the last 2 paintings I did, oh my god. If them shits ain't fire, I don't know what they is, yo. It look like I got these women sitting in the room with me. You know what I'm saying? It look like they just sitting back there reading some books. Damn, those shits look good. This motherfucker say I'm limited edition weird. You don't get weird like this no more, man. You know what I'm saying? They only made a few of us. It's only a handful of us. Cool, weird motherfuckers. Limited edition. What is it? Sunday. I have to go pick up my painting. And I gotta go drop some other shit off this week. I haven't really been having a a lot of shit to do, and that's cool. I jumped in a Zoom meeting with my coworkers yesterday. Haven't really seen anybody since I've been out for my injury, and then I got a letter in the mail from work, and they sent me like our company we made our own face. We got face masks made with our logo and everything on it for employees, and I got a voucher for $25 worth of food from somewhere, and this meeting was our award ceremony for. You get an award for every 5 years, and so we had one person reach 20 years, we had 2 people reach 10 years, and we had one person reach 5 years, and so we just acknowledge, their dedication and contribution over the decades towards the organization. And so I sat in there on that, and that was the first time in like months that I've seen most of those people, and everybody was like just messaging, "Hey Travis, it's nice to see you." Da 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 da. So that was fucking cool. But yeah, I don't got a lot of shit on my schedule right now, which is pretty nice. The next thing I got is on the 20th. I have a anti-racist group meeting that I'm going to be a part of for the Community Council on Mental Health or some shit. I don't know. I forgot what board is putting this together, but it's some local organization for health, for mental health or something, and they want their employees to do like anti-racist training. And for their first class, they want me to, be the guy. So you can ask the black guy, and I'll be the black guy. Hey, black guy, is it racist when? Well, can I do this and not be racist? And they're more than likely they're just going to throw these questions at me, and I'm going to be like, yes, that's racist. Yes, you're racist. That's racist. Yes, that's racist as well. And you're a racist for saying that. Yes, that's racist. Everything is going to be racist. It ain't sticking though. We had snow for one day, and the next 2 days it melted, and now this shit it's gone. You can't even tell we had snow, but we had like fucking 4 inches of snow one day, yo. Yes, and all the time. Yeah, yes, all the time. Yes, that's racist. Yes. So we're gonna see how this plays out. But for me, sitting on their anti-racist class, helping out with the conversation, their organization is going to donate $500 to my organization. Ching! And out of that $500 donation, if you have to ask if it's racist, then the answer is yes. Yes. You're racist. Are you white? You're a little racist then. Some of you guys are really, really racist, but just being white, you're a little racist. A little bit. I don't want to come off as racist, but now I remember this one time at a very small New Year's Eve party. I'm the only black person in the room, and one guy clears his throat and says, I'm going to tell a joke. I don't care who doesn't like it. Immediately, my ears. All night, people have been joking and laughing and all this shit. But now you're going to tell a joke, and you have to make it clear before you tell this joke that I don't care who doesn't like it. I don't want to come off as racist. You know, I'm tell this joke. I don't care who doesn't like it. Yeah. So right then, as soon as you hear some shit like that, you know it's going to be followed up by something racist. So funny. So funny. Right. So this should be very interesting, and that's on the 20th. It's gonna be a Zoom meeting. And I've never actually had to talk with a group of white people on how to be anti-racist. And that's the real thing that white America has to do to break down white supremacy. You can't be not racist. Wow, that's crazy, bro. And so you can't be, oh, I'm not racist. That's cool. You're not racist. That's cool. You know. Are you anti-racist? Is the difference. Do you purposely engage in conversations and activities that denounce and deconstruct racism? Or do you just not say racist shit? And when some black guy walks down the street like, yo, can I bum a cigarette? And you give him a cigarette, you think that just makes the world a better place. I'm not racist. I gave that guy a cigarette. I don't want to come off as a killer. I'm about to murder the pussy. What do you want? You want some of this? But yeah, the whole thing of not being racist versus being anti-racist, and the simple fact that they are calling this an anti-racism or group, an anti-racism group, then you have to actively educate yourself in ways to deconstruct systematic racism. There's no other way around it, yo. We have to actively deconstruct this thing. You have to be anti-racism. You know, just not being racist means you still feel comfortable living in a racist world. And being cool with that. You know, just not participating in it. You know what I'm saying? But being anti-racist is the goal that we want to achieve for white America because that's the only way the construct of racism will ever cease to exist is if white people tear that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Even if
You need more cereal?
no, I'm barely through that box of peanut butter crunch.
Frosted Flakes, though.
I still got a bunch of them. That's it, yeah. It don't matter what black people ever do, yo. Whatever, no matter what we ever do, yo, white people always gonna be racist. That's just it, you know, until they decide amongst themselves to not be racist anymore. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I think it's so ingrained in their psyche for, you know, a couple of centuries now. And they've they've been able to shape the world in a certain way and you know, write their history in a certain way that gives them this false sense of reality. And then they try to feed that false sense of reality onto the masses. And so the whole shit is all fucked up, yo. But until white people or Western culture, if that's a more suitable term, so I'm not just like brushing with a like, you know, narrow of a group, but when Western culture decides to ultimately not be racist anymore, that's when racism is going to end. But at the same time, we need to educate ourselves on how to, you know, protect ourselves against racism and how to maneuver and prosper in a world that is racist against us. So once again, just because they're racist, that still shouldn't hinder us from coming together with a common unity and working towards establishing better infrastructures for ourselves, yo, and better institutions for ourselves. And that should be rough, living under a racist, white supremacy culture, because they control everything, all the good land, all the good waterways, the politics, and the armies, and all that shit. But that doesn't mean that we still can't create a consciousness for ourselves where we understand that racism isn't, you know, the major hindrance to us. Our major hindrance is that we are unorganized. That's our major hindrance. And once we realize that if we can organize as an ethnic group in this country, then we can reach out to other countries for assistance and build and that way you can build a African world information system, a worldwide information system for Africans, AWIS, African World Information System. So, but that's the thing too. It seems so hard for a white person to believe a black person when they try to tell them of their own experiences, you know? So, once again, this should be a very, very interesting group meeting and conversation. Like I say, what our intentions are is to have it as a open conversation where we can just talk about what we think racism is. How does racism influence, cultural identities? How does racism influence local communities, individuals? What are some ideas of, how to become more anti-racist? And once again, I'm more than likely just going to be there to ask a black guy. So, well, in the media, when they shoot a black kid and everybody riots and burns down their cities, and it's all this news hype and media, but when they shoot a white kid,
Don't start.
you don't see them out there rioting and looting and issues like that are gonna come.
Well, how about the white people that walk around Target without their mask on? That's because they're tired of COVID and they decided to go to Target with it. So, yeah.
I see when
And the people still holding Trump rallies, and granted, we don't care for Biden, but like y'all still holding Trump rallies and he lost, bro.
there's so much. There's gonna be so much to talk about, yo. So much to talk about because there are so many different issues going on right now. So, and I'll let them lead the conversation. I'm definitely not gonna push any of my personal views unless they directly ask. See, I'm a ask a question, give an answer type guy. I don't like to say more than you ask. You ask me a question, I give you a direct answer. And that, as much as little as I can give that answer, that's all I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? When it's shit like this, it's like you talk to the cops. Don't say more than needed. So you're gonna have to ask me specific direct questions because I'm gonna ask specific direct questions. Emmanuel asked the cops. He was like, "Yo, when was the last time you had a black family over for dinner?"
Before COVID?
It was definitely before COVID. Ha, that was a joke. Can't think of a time. How about you? I don't think I've ever had a black person over for dinner. I'm the only black guy. Well, I'm the only.
Oh, wow.
I'm one of 3 black people in a room with 35 white people. How many times have you been the only white person in a room full of black people? I've never been the only black person. And see.
Well, that was like that story we watched, babe, with that guy. The cop was like, "Don't do this, brother. I don't want to shoot you."
Yeah. And he fucking drove off, yo.
Yeah, at first I thought he was black.
Yo, the
he had a real
dude.
bassy voice. I thought he was a brother.
Y'all seen that one, yo? The motherfucker had a gun. The cop had the dude by the arm. The guy is still all the way in his car, and the cop has him by the arm. And it's 2 cops, and they're trying to get him out of the car. And it's like, the one cop has the gun right on his ass. He's like, "Bro, don't make me do this." He's like, "Don't touch the fucking gun, dude. Don't touch the gun." This motherfucker, somehow, yo, he put his gun on the passenger seat. He closed his car door, and he fucking drove off. I was like, not one shot fired. Not one shot fired. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Tamar Rice, roll up on your little young boy, roll up, and they was shooting. It seemed like before the car even stopped, they roll up. This motherfucker got the door open, he hop out, bow, 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 bow. I'm like, damn, man, you ain't even put the brakes on all the way. And you shot this little kid dead with a toy gun, BB gun. You know what I'm saying? And them are the double standards. And then motherfuckers ask questions like, oh, well, why are black people scared of cops? Because of shit like that. That's why we don't trust the fucking slave catchers, the slave patrols. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's snowing ice storms.
Goddamn, General Graves already said it's snowing up. But he in Colorado though.
Marvel will not recast Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, in the sequel. They're not recasting for Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther for his character.
So
somehow they're gonna have to play it off. But
they keep saying his sister is supposed to take
that good green.
The sister's supposed to take the role somehow.
Are they gonna? How are they gonna do that? She's gonna follow his legacy.
A girl can't be a Black Panther?
I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying, like, it's Chadwick. Like, I don't want to see nobody. I don't care. Like, it's just.
That's what I'm saying. So if they're not going to recast for Black Panther,
I'd rather his sister than anybody else.
Yeah, and so it'd probably be a slight spinoff where, she doesn't call herself Black Panther. She calls herself.
That's what I was gonna say. As long as they give her
the cheetah or some shit. I'm good. I just want the whole dude. But yeah, they might just spin it off where, he's not there and there is. But that's the thing though, because the Black Panther mantle has been passed. It gets passed down. It's not like there was just one Black Panther. It gets passed down and passed down.
It could be passed down to her, but that's what I said. Like, it's just like, because it's just so fresh. He just died and he played his character so well. Every character he plays, every role, he just does that shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I ain't mad. Like, look at all the black people on. You got Lupita, the other bald head chick. I don't know her name, but I love her too.
The chick from The Walking Dead. Her name is.
Yeah, she's bad. Yo, people sleep on her. I'm like, yo, she bad with the bald head.
I forgot her name. Starts with a D or something.
But Lupita's pretty as shit, obviously too.
All right, so I've been procrastinating on this shit for a minute. But since these pieces are done, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off and get ready for the next painting, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the smaller one. I can get done with that one easier. And like we did the background on the last one, all of us put our little sayings on that background. We're probably going to do the same thing on this one again, guys. So that way it'll be a participation piece with all of us working on it. Shit. Alright, when do y'all want to come? Here. There you go. No, you don't. Shit. Whatever. Are you listening to some atheist shit on Sundays?
Oh, that subscription is $12.99 a month, where it's $1 for the whole year.
For what?
Canva.
Yeah, it's not cheap. That's why.
It's not cheap, but I would get it for a month and just do like all my promo on it, and then just use it when I need it. Mm-hmm. I'm not always gonna need promo. And I can make that shit myself, but it's way more work to like have to put it all together. Like they have it set up for every single anything that you want. Like I could do a Facebook or Instagram promo, and I don't have to go on like some computer and make that shit. And so I'm gonna be saving myself. I was about to say I'm about to save myself about a good 2 hours doing this shit, because I'm about to do all my promo. Like I'm gonna do the cover, and I'm gonna do all my promotion. So when I start promoting the songs, I got covers for each song as well. I'm just trying to get all the boring shit out the way so I can enjoy the process.
Hello.
Yo, something else on Cyberpunk. Like when you get way further on in the game, you're gonna get this one thing. It's like, nah, I ain't got no more spoilers. I'm just fucking with y'all, yo. tried to grab it. You wouldn't have grabbed this damn knife. Stop lying.
Stephen Hawking was talking about the possibility of alien life discovering us, and that it would be a terrible, terrible thing if it did happen. If you look at what has happened to other primitive life forms when we discovered them, primitive cultures when we've discovered them, do you share that same opinion? That if something did find us?
I don't have a strong opinion on that question, but I have an analysis of his comment.
Okay.
He is worried
appreciate it.
About the possibility of aliens enslaving us.
Yo, check out my
based on
my Instagram.
The reality that we've done that to ourselves.
Yes.
Just think about that. His fear of aliens derives not from actual knowledge of aliens, but from actual knowledge of ourselves. Anytime a more advanced civilization has come upon if a technologically advanced civilization, it did not bode well for the less advanced civilization. And that happened in North America, South America, North America with Europeans, South America with Spanish, Australia with the Brits, never boded well for the less technologically advanced civilization. His factual knowledge of that leads him to suspect that aliens would be exactly the same. And I'm not that skeptical. I don't think all life forms in the universe have the basal, primal, violent attitudes that we do as a species. I've not been given reason to think so.
But don't you believe that things advance because of competition, and competition forces things to be fairly ruthless?
It has been argued that
he's not exclusively Spotify. Joe Rogan refuses to let anybody take money off of his show. Like, he has full ownership, 100% of the Joe Rogan podcast. It's just him. And everybody else, like Apple Music and all these iTunes, all this other shit, they want to, own a percentage of the Joe Rogan experience for him to be on their services. Spotify just says, look, we'll give you X amount of dollars and you air on Spotify. So Spotify doesn't own Joe Rogan. They can't tell him what guests or what he can say or can't say on his show. Spotify is just happy that Joe Rogan is streaming on Spotify. Now that's going to get more customers to come to Spotify, because Joe Rogan's there. But I don't think he's exclusively Spotify. He's on there because they work a deal that he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not trying to give up no ownership of his podcast to nobody, no company or no streaming service and none of that shit. He talked about that shit one episode, that somebody wanted, almost to own own 50% of the podcast. He's like, are you fucking stupid? He makes his money off of views and fucking sponsors. And that's why anybody can play his podcast, because it's free. His YouTube channel is free. He don't charge for that shit or nothing. It's not behind a paywall, and it's one of the biggest podcasts in the nation, yeah. So I don't think he's exclusively on Spotify. If I'm not mistaken, that's how he explained it. He just don't want nobody owning none of his fucking shit, yo. Because he cursed, he smoked, he drank, and he don't want nobody to be able to censor that shit, yo. He want to just chill and be himself. I wish I could do this and have somebody pay me for that shit, yo. And that's exactly how his podcast is. He brings on whoever the fuck he want to talk about whatever the fuck he want to talk about, and say it the way he want to say it, and he'll have a glass of whiskey and smoke a blunt while doing that shit.
If you're a civilization that colonizes the galaxy, then it's a self-limiting exercise. Why? Because here you go. You ready? We start here on Earth. It's you and me, boy. All right? And you take that planet, I take this planet. And now we both have offspring that are just like us. And we want more planets. All right? We reach a point where expansion is not possible because we are warring with ourselves to gain the territory that each other has obtained. So it has been argued sociologically that the very act of wanting to colonize is self-limiting against successful colonization of the galaxy. Because to colonize the galaxy, it has to be done in an organized way. Right? You take this sector, I take this sector. But if I want territory and I want it now, and my kids want it now, I want that territory, not this other one. In fact, I want it all. That kind of attitude breeds violence. It breeds war. Intragalactic war. So it may be that the very kind of civilization that could peacefully colonize a galaxy is not the kind of civilization that would colonize the galaxy at all.
Oof, that's heavy.
Very heavy.
What about the idea that any advanced...
That's my first comment about Stephen Hawking. He made another comment about we should be a multi-planet species to protect ourselves against an asteroid rendering one extinct. It makes a good headline and it sounds like it makes sense, but I'm not...
I think I've heard this entire podcast. This is just a 10-minute snippet from this conversation between Neil and Joe. But, so, yeah, Stephen Hawking, he's the old head scientist who's in a wheelchair, linked to the side, and he talked through his computer. That guy, fucking genius, astrophysicist. Mostly studied string theory and black holes, but he had, concepts on infinity and alien life and a lot of other stuff that just deals with space and abstract concepts and ideas. Professor Stephen Hawking. And so Neil just said that a quote from Hawking's was that he believed that the human species should become a multi-planet species in order to survive a galactic catastrophe such as a major asteroid or comet impact or something like that. And so we should, at least put some of our eggs in a different basket so that everything isn't here, and if this shit does get fucked up, we lose everything all at once. Whereas if we can get off this planet and put some people some other places, and then we'll have just backup societies, hopefully that it can grow and expand, and that if anything were to happen, we would have other worlds to escape to, or if it was like some planet ending or catastrophic life ending event, we would still have DNA in our societies on other planets, which makes sense. And this is the biggest thing that Elon Musk advocates, and he says that all of his projects have literally been dedicated to fund SpaceX. So the Tesla and the Boring Company and Neuralink and all PayPal and all his other endeavors were to fund his SpaceX company. And Elon Musk's major thing is what the other professor said. He believes that we need to be on 2 planets just in case anything happens. And now right here, DeGrasse Tyson, he says, but. So what's his objection to us being on 2 planets? Of course, it's extremely difficult for us to live anywhere, because we can't even live everywhere on this fucking planet. There are some places on this planet we just can't survive. So going to a completely different planet, of course it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult. So let's see what his rebuttal to this is.
colonize the galaxy at all.
Oof, that's heavy.
Very heavy.
What about the idea that
So
any advanced...
That's my first comment about
Okay.
Stephen
Another
Hawking.
one?
He made another comment about we should be a multi-planet species
What the hell
to
does that
protect
mean?
ourselves against an asteroid rendering one
Okay.
extinct. It makes a good headline and it sounds like it makes sense, but I'm not there with it. Yeah, of course I want to back up. Of course, let's be a multi-planet species. Fine.
Right, but
But I would do it for different reasons. I would do it because it's cool, not because I want to protect human species from extinction. No, that wouldn't be the reason to do it. Can I tell you why?
please.
List every reason why you think we go extinct. One, we trash Earth. Another, and we can't live off of it anymore. An asteroid is coming. There's some nanobot gone astray. Okay?
Pandemic.
Virus pandemic. Okay. So, it seems to me that if we want to be a multi-planet species, Mars would be the one, because it's a 24-hour day. It's got seasons. We would have to terraform it first, but then we all move there. We'd just ship 1 billion people there. Here's my point. Whatever it takes to terraform Mars and ship 1 billion people there, it's got to be easier to deflect the asteroid. Whatever it takes to terraform Mars, to turn it into Earth. If you had the power of geoengineering to do that, then you have the power of geoengineering to turn Earth back into Earth.
But there
I'm there.
occasionally are things that we miss, right? Because
That kind of makes sense, but at the same time, like, okay, if you want to geoengineer Mars to be more habitable, some scientists have already figured out like different ways to do that, and all you would have to do is start the process now. It would be, a few thousand years for the process to take hold, but just get the shit started now. And so yeah, if this is a process that's going to be gradual for multiple generations, then you don't have to invest as much into the project at one time. Whereas, like you said, if you can terraform a planet, you can deflect the asteroid. Whereas if an asteroid is coming, you need something now. So you're gonna have to put everything together now, right now, to stop that shit from killing us now. Whereas terraforming a planet, we already understand it's not going to be for us. It's going to be for future generations, like thousands of years in the future. And some scientists say all you really got to do is like just send fucking huge ass hydrogen bombs and literally just bombard Mars with a bunch of fucking hydrogen bombs. Release a lot of greenhouse gases that would warm the planet and cause the polar ice caps to melt and produce liquid water on the surface of the planet, which would take 1,000 years to go through this cycle of evaporation and condensing to produce clouds and all of that shit for the seasons and weather patterns that set in. And then they said once you can heat the planet up enough, then you just bomb that shit with a bunch of organic materials and see what the fuck sticks, yo. You know what I'm saying? Different kind of fucking algae and funguses and little shit like that. See if them shit stick. Next thing you know, you may have some trees on that bitch. Then you get trees on that shit for 1,000 years. Now you got a atmosphere that can replenish itself, and then maybe 1,000 years after that, maybe motherfuckers can damn near live on the surface of that fucking planet, yo. And most of the oxygen. I mean, the rainforest and everything produce an ass of oxygen, but we already know that water covers the majority of our planet. And sea algae, that shit makes most of our fucking oxygen, yo. And that's why they say if you can find water, you can damn near find life, yo. As long as you get some goddamn water, yo, you can find something that can live in water, yo. Something. And then if we can get something to live in that water that can produce oxygen, yo, like I said, a couple thousand years after that shit, motherfuckers be living on goddamn Mars, breathing just like we breathing here. What do you guys think? Will we see a manned mission to Mars in our lifetime? Might be going way too long without cleaning this shit. You ever try to scrape oil paint off a glass? Yeah. Alright. Got that up. Probably. I really think fucking Elon Musk and this SpaceX shit, yo. I think in our lifetime, bro, he's gonna get some motherfuckers to Mars, yo. I really do think, like, this motherfucker gonna do that shit, yo. I think they say Mars is the closest to us every 6 years or 9 years or something like that. How the planets go around and like they come together the closest every so often. I think it's like every 6 years they get real close together, and that'd be the best time to take the fucking jump when they're the closest together. And so the first session when they get close, he's just saying, yo, send fucking supplies of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Send everything we fucking need, or as much of everything that we need on an unmanned mission. Just get all the fucking supplies there the first time. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe even throughout the course of that time, send another supply ship like from the orbit of the moon. Because he talks about the moon base too, man. That's what I think we really should have been had, yo. Because then we don't have to overcome the gravity of the Earth to fucking get further out into the solar system if we just blast off from the fucking surface of the moon. But anyway.
Where you going?
And then, after that shit, the next time when the planets get close together, then you just send your astronauts. They land out, they already got all their shit they need, and be able to bring whatever else they need back. I mean, bring whatever extra stuff they need with them. And that's why the Falcon and Dragon Heavy, he's trying to get that shit to be reusable. So if they can get their fucking system there that can produce a fuel on the surface of Mars, they can go out there, do some fucking experiments the whole time. Their system is making fuel, so when they get there with their reusable rocket, they can land that shit, refuel that motherfucker, and fly that bitch back home. Instead of like the old NASA rockets, like them space shuttles, where them space shuttles, yo, them shits be out of commission out there the first time. rockets are. Got to have a reusable rocket. All right, boom. Yeah, and that's the thing that confuses everybody, and especially when you start looking into like all the fucking like fake moon landings and all this other shit. It's like, why did that shit stop, yo? If y'all was making it to the moon with the Apollo missions doing just fine, why did it stop? Why don't we have a moon base and all that shit? Let me take a bathroom break real quick, guys.
Ready? No, thank you. Elvis has left the building. Elvis is coming right back.
Elvis has left the building.
That's what I said. As soon as I read that, I said Elvis is coming right back.
Oh man. Yeah, our technology's been stupid in our generation, bro. Stupid. That's why that cyberpunk shit is so interesting to me, yo. Cause ever since I saw Ghost in the Shell, yo, I saw that shit early when I don't think I seen it as soon as you want to come in a smoky ass room and come in and start sneezing and shit.
And then you won't be all up under me,
But Ghost in the Shell came out in America in 1996. And I think I saw that shit in like 97 or 98 or something like that. And back then it was like, when you can see how the Japanese were predicting where the digital technology would go, I'm like, oh shit. They got brain cases and cyber hacking and people jacking in, and you can get on the web and communicate from mind to mind. If you got a brain augmentation, you can disrupt people's memories and implant false memories in their heads and shit. And this was like in the 90s. I was like, oh shit, this shit was some anybody who has Cyberpunk 2077, if you have never seen the original animated movie Ghost in the Shell, you have to watch it. You have to watch that movie. Not was, is currently still one of the best animes ever, bro. It was so, like, I don't know, man. So ahead of its time. If you watch that movie, yo, and watch The Matrix that came out a few years later, you'd be like, yeah, The Matrix took some shit from there. Like, almost every action movie took some shit from there. Yeah. Ghost in the Shell was the fucking shit. I was watching that shit the other night, yo, just to watch. I don't watch that shit like 30 fucking times. And just the time frame, like I say, this was in the 90s, right when we just got the fucking internet, bro. We just got the internet. But the Japanese, they already predicted this way futuristic sci-fi world, yo. Like some cyberpunk, like some Blade Runner type shit, yo. I know, not was, still is. But hey, Ghost in the Shell will always rank like up there, bro. It'll always be in my top 5, if not my top 1, yo. I have everything Ghost in the Shell, yo. All the movies, all the episodes from the TV shows, like everything. I love that shit, yo. That's my favorite fucking anime, Ghost in the Shell. Just because of that cyberpunk feel, that futuristic, high technology type feel. Motherfuckers got mech robots and cyborgs and androids and body augmentation, brain augmentation, augmented reality, like everything, yo. They put all that futuristic shit in Ghost in the Shell, yo. I love that shit. In our lifetime, I mean, we're actually there to a certain point. Once again, the last step is direct brain interface, and that's what Elon Musk is working on. And he's already shown his trials where he put the neural lace in some fucking pigs. So we're there. I mean, the technology, we're just right at the cusp of this shit, bro. Like, will it be in full swing where, you know, I can go to a Ripper doctor and you know, just like upgrade my eyes, because I don't want to wear glasses anymore, so I'm getting some new eyes that can zoom in. They got fucking I can do heat sensing infrared. I can do thermal vision. Yeah, I can do night vision. You know, with my new I don't think I'll see that shit, but I mean, like cutting edge technology, we're not far from a lot of this shit. Even Toyota announced that they're making a city. Like, Toyota is going to build a smart city. And that smart city that they have in Dubai, like, a lot of shit is here already, bro. I say that brain interface is the last step. That's the fucking Matrix, my nigga. Yo. Soon as Elon Musk put the fucking the neural lace out there and we make a fucking AGI, that's the last 2 steps. Everything else will be, like you say, as much innovation in technology that we've seen in just our lifetimes, in just 4 decades. The shit that has happened in the past 4 decades. As soon as we get that real AI in a brain interface, then the time frame will shrink so fucking fast, yo, and then all that shit would just happen like in 2 decades instead of taking 4 decades. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always building on top of the technology that we already have. The Stone Age, you know, then you had the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, you know, steam engines, and internal combustion engines, internet. You know, like it just everything shrinks in every phase. We get through these phases faster because we don't have to learn all this shit. We already know all of that. So we're always stacking that information. And so with our digital shit now and this technology phase, the 4th industrial revolution, like the 5th industrial revolution is going to come way faster than it took for us to get to this phase. Just like we got to this phase faster than, you know, it took to get from the Iron Age to the fucking industrial age with steam power, and then from steam power to gas power. you know, and everything just goes a little bit faster. So maybe not in our lifetime, but our grandkids are gonna be living in some crazy shit, yo. And that's just like think of great grandparents. Now, if your great grandparents are still alive, that's amazing. If they're not, just try to imagine you showing your great grandparent an iPhone and explaining to them what a wireless connection to the internet is and how an app works. And that's just a few generations back, trying to explain an iPhone and how it works to your great grandmother. And now imagine your great grandkids. You won't be able to understand the type of technology that they'll try to explain to you. They're gonna have shit that we're not even thinking of right now, and they'll try to explain it to you, and you just won't get it. You know. Oh yeah, the news clips and shit, and they were talking about some fires and some other shit too, yo. Yeah, I've been listening to that shit, yo. The radio on the game, good, yo. And then the one rap station, I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's what I listen to the most. But I'm gonna start like scanning some of the other stations to listen and see what artists are on there and what other kind of music is on the game. But yeah, I love that fucking that rap station shit. All right, so whoa, doggy. I got my palate clean. Yeah, hey, can I get a round of applause for that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nobody heard that.
Thank you, boo. But now, all right, so palate's cleaned up. Let's season this shit real quick.
Some seasoning.
Put some seasoning on it. And I need to find the photo for my next painting. We can get that together. And that would be... shit. It's so junky over here, guys. You know, it's over here somewhere. It's somewhere in here. Maybe there or in this pile. But there's a picture I need. Somewhere around here. I just gotta find it. It's just a little junky, not a whole lot junky, just a little junky. A little junky. So I'm looking for the picture. All right, first of all, we're gonna admire these last two paintings one more time because they're so awesome. Thank you. A nice round of applause, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker goddamn do that. At least I did. It only took me 2 hours too. You see what I'm saying? I keep telling y'all, man, I need an apprentice, man. Y'all know how hard it is to clean that fucking oil paint off that glass. I don't be lifting weights for nothing, man. So this piece is, let's test it real quick. It's kind of shiny right there, but that's dry. Alright, yo, tomorrow morning, I might varnish this thing, because I've been letting it sit for a while, and it appears to be nice and dry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely ready to get varnished. So we can, I need to sign and date the back of this thing. Let me do that real quick. For the 2020. What? Oh, y'all see those boobs? Oh, shit. Watch out.
Y'all gotta give me a fair warning.
Alright. So I stopped signing my pieces on the front for a while. I don't know if I'll go back to doing that or not. I may go back to doing that one day. But for right now, I just sign them on the back. I think my style is good enough where I've created like my own fingerprint from my art. And so when people see my art, they can kind of tell it's mine, even without seeing my name. All right.
What do you want, my coffee? You can have that.
Travis Brett 2020. 2020. 20. So once again, this is one of the last pieces that I did for this year. This is entitled Dr. Amos Wilson #2 because this is the second piece that I used that has one of his books in the foreground. The first book was Black on Black Violence. This book right here is Blueprint for Black Power. It has several other books featured throughout the shelves. Definitely go check this piece out on my Instagram or my Facebook where you can zoom in and read all the titles. So this is dry enough to get varnished. We'll work on that probably tomorrow morning. And this is my most recent piece that I just finished. It still has a lot of wet paint on it. But this is the third piece, this entitled Dr. Amos Wilson #3, because once again, another one of his books takes center stage for this installment of the Reader series. And so this one is now complete. I just finished it yesterday or the day before. And I like it. It looks so good. It looks so good, you know. So adding more to the Reader series. Like I said, I was able to finish this one before the year was out. It was looking kind of iffy for a minute. But got that one done. And I'll let this one sit to the side and dry for a couple weeks. I don't want you shaking in front of my shit. Let me set this over there. That paint was wet. This shit was stick to it. Okay, not that one. So I've had this one to the side for a while. I started this painting like a couple months ago. And it's really dusty now. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Wow, that's dirty. So we're going to finish this one. Like I say, we're going to play some fun quiz games and answer the questions. And so we can get some comments written on this background like the other one. I'll go grab that one. You want to grab that for me?
Sure thing.
Thank you. See how nice it is to have an assistant to assist you?
Excuse you?
Aren't you assisting me? Thank you. I'm
An
so grateful.
assistant.
Co-host.
Thank you. I don't want to be that either.
See, that's what I can't tell.
I'm a guest. I'm just
a guest. A guest host. Temporary.
I'm an
intern.
An intern. Well, I need my pay at the end of the week.
The other one is on the wall underneath the teapots that has all the writing on it.
I need my intern payment.
Intern means you work for free. That's
okay, well, I've been an intern for a while actually, so.
You gotta fill that application.
Oh, okay. All right.
She not qualified.
And I heard that.
What? Damn.
See? I think my legs hurt all of a sudden.
Oh, hell.
Come on, boo.
Boo, go get that paint. Dog gotta pay her way too. But this was actually a 3-part series. I do have another picture in my camera that I never printed out that I still. It's so petty. It's like, She thinks she a fucking comedian is the problem. All these comedians out of work and motherfuckers still try to be funny. I love it though. But so on the first painting to this series right here, we had a bunch of different sayings that we wrote on there, but you had to answer specific questions. And if you got the question right, you could tell me anything at all to write in the background, but it had to be tasteful. It couldn't be vulgar or derogatory or hateful or anything like that. And so, yeah, I'm sorry. But this was the first one. There's all kind of cool stuff written on there, and it takes people a minute to actually read everything and see everything we wrote up there. And so that one came out hot, son. And it was fun because it's like it's our painting. You know, all of us kind of worked on this. And so I want to do the same thing, and it's the same girl and it's the same location. It's just a more up close shot from a slightly different angle. And we can just write different stuff back there. You know, like fuck your vaccine or something like I'm not taking your vaccine, or something along the lines of shove your fucking vaccine up your ass, or anything, you know, something like that. Whatever you guys can come up with. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you guys can come up with. You know, anything. It can be about anything, like not taking vaccines or anything else. You know, like 9/11 was an inside job and vaccines are bad for you. Shit like that. You know.
Look at the number of comments. Look at that.
But I need to find the picture for this one so I can work on it. And matter of fact, like the only other one I have left that's back there, I have the picture here, so I need to put this shit somewhere so that doesn't get lost and I'm not looking for it like this. So we're gonna throw this on the easel. This will be our next project. It's a smaller canvas than the last ones I've done, without as much detail, because the writing on it can be more free form. It's not like it has to be like so detailed or intricate like a book. But still, now I gotta come up with some good ass quiz questions to see who can get to write something on here. Like Tyson from North Carolina, blunt mover, always trying to give somebody, now serving a tall glass of shut the fuck up. Motherfucker don't get enough of giving out that shit. He give it away for free, man. He get his shit away for free. You thirsty? You sound like you thirsty this morning, nigga. I got some juice for you. It gonna make you shh. Hush. Oh, I want this to go upstairs. Actually, y'all see that? I never put a wire on this shit, yo. And that's because, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't think this painting is really, really done. I've been like keeping it to myself for so long that it's not done yet. Maybe I should finish this piece and then wire it and then finish that painting. Is if you guys pay attention, like I never finished the bricks at the top, honestly. Like they kind of look cool, but they're really like just an underpainting. And then when I pull it off the easel, I was like, fuck, I never finished the bricks up top. And so it's not even varnished or anything, and I still didn't put a wire on the back of it. So I think I want to finish these bricks. And it shouldn't take long to do that. I've been procrastinating on that part for fucking months now. So I might do just leave this up here. So I've got those two to work on, have that one painting. Now, like I said, I gotta look through my camera and get some other stuff started, because that's the process. Don't just have your current project that you're working on and then it's done. Then you gotta find, oh, what am I gonna work on next? And then, you know, that whole fucking struggle. So I like to have like at least 3 projects going on at the same time, so I can fall right into the next one and right into the next one and fall right into the next one. So now I just have this little bit of on here, this little bit on here that I procrastinated for months to do that. So I can do that in an hour or so. We can work on this piece, and we can work on this piece back there later, and those are our only 2 paintings. So I definitely would like to start at least another 1 or 2 paintings, if it's only just getting the sketches on the canvas or whatever. So definitely need to look through my camera and see what I can do with that. Other than that, guys, we're about to go stream some Cyberpunk for a couple hours and chill downstairs in the living room. Hey, we did do stuff in the studio today, you know. I cleaned my palette and I ate breakfast. I had coffee.
You ate and you drank.
And I cleaned my palette.
You chewed and you
and swallowed.
Some coffee. Yeah.
And I oiled my palette.
Ooh-wee.
I took a painting off the easel and put a painting on the easel. I feel accomplished, nigga. I did some stuff. You know?
Took a bathroom break.
Took a bathroom break.
Typed a few words in on YouTube. Wow.
So I was in the studio for 2.5 hours this morning.
You were a great host. See? It took a lot of energy. Come on, Bumpy.
I was in the studio for 2.5 hours. Now we about to go play games for about 2.5 hours. Now I'm taking me down now. I need to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm taking a nap.
You about to take a nap? Yeah. It's gonna be one of them lazy days, people. Hey, if y'all want to chill on Cyberpunk, my bag. Apologies about the spoilers. I'm so sorry. If you guys don't care about spoilers, because I am kind of far in the game, definitely come join me and chill with me and play some Cyberpunk for a couple hours. If not, I'll catch you guys next time. Once again, I always appreciate everybody just chilling in the studio with me, keeping me company, all the great comments, the questions, compliments, and conversations. I love this shit, yo. So, like I say, next time we come back in here, we'll be working on this shit. If I don't catch y'all on the next stream on Cyberpunk, have a good day, and I'll catch y'all around. Peace.